does not get finished tonight. But I hope you guys are having a nice Halloween season, and I guess we can get started. I'm gonna just load my save. Can we get some comments in the chat room? Just let me know you can hear me and everything sounds okay. I don't want to start unless, we're good on the technical end of things. I see a chat room. Okay, good. Thank you, whoever's typing in there. So let's get started with more Clock Tower. So, as we've established through our last live stream, hey, thanks for letting me know how I sound. As we established through our last live stream, this is a very slow game. So if you're new to Clock Tower, prepare to see a lot of slow walking, a lot of sitting, and very, very little action. And hopefully you can forgive me double checking a lot of rooms and stuff because in the few days I have not been playing Clock Tower, I've forgotten a lot of what's going on. I know, let's see the items I have. I have perfume. I have a car key, which I will not use. I have a rope, which I don't know how that's used. I have a cage key. That might be to... I don't know what that... Okay, I think I know what that's for, but I don't know how to get there. And I have the black robe. And if you at home have any idea what the hell I should be doing, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to take it room for room, see what's going on. Oh. And already I've forgotten about Clock Tower's weird little idiosyncrasies. That's fine though. So yeah, hopefully you, excuse me. Like I said, I'm tired. Things are not coming out of my mouth the right way. Hopefully you guys are having a good Halloween season. I am filling it with lots of scary olden time games like this. So the gold key, just to recap some stuff, this is where we were kidnapped for the first time. Well, we were already kidnapped to begin with, sort of, but we walked in here, we met up with the owner of the house, which is also our adoptive mother. Oh, snap. Well, that probably shouldn't have happened. Yeah, so people are asking in the chat room, did I get the insecticide? I did. I killed the bugs. I got the key from that. Oh, and the phone's ringing. Probably should answer it. No rush or anything, Jennifer. Okay, well. Alright, well, I guess the calls aren't coming from inside of anywhere because should not have been ringing in the first place. Alright, well, there's not a lot to find here. I guess we learned that, one of the girls is dead. Oh, come on, phone. I assume this is one of the girls we came in with. We only saw them for a short amount of time. I don't remember any of their names. But we at least know that this end of the house, there's really nothing for us here. At least, I don't think there is. And if you remember our last live stream, Scissorman wasn't really around that much in this game, which is good because it can be kind of annoying to find the right room to go into in order to hide. So people that missed last week, how big is the house? It's not very big. It's just a lot of the hallways look the same, and just the different perspectives it's presented from don't actually give you a good sense of the real, like the landscape, the how things are laid out. I feel like Maniac Mansion, as limited as the technology was, they at least gave you a good idea of where things were in the in relation to each other. This game, it's not as cut and dry. So this is the cabin where we were dragged away to. I'm gonna see if we can go back inside. I have something called a cage key. I think it opens the cage where there's like rats and birds in this one kitchen area, but it could also open the jail cell that we were trapped in, and maybe the crazy hobo inside has some wisdom for us. So this guy's still hanging out. uh, I guess I could try to open the door. Let's just talk to him. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. So I just got a question in the chat. Any chance of you guys live streaming Jaws? I might do a special live stream tomorrow. It might be a surprise. Just make sure you keep an eye on our Twitter feed. If I am bored tomorrow night, and odds are I probably will be, I'll be stirring some kind of scary 8-bit games. Maybe Monster Party. Definitely Jaws. I played through Jaws. If you listen to the last podcast we did, I played through that before I did the recording, and it was a lot of fun, and it takes about 20 minutes to beat. And yes, I do cheat a little bit with turbo controllers, but it's a fairly simple game to begin with, so I don't feel bad about that. A Nightmare on Elm Street I will play as well. Yeah, probably a bunch of Halloween. I'm not. This is not a promise, but if it doesn't make it tomorrow night, I'll do it eventually. I'm going to be doing more live streaming. I just don't think we've been doing it enough, and I do enjoy it. And most of the games move a lot faster than Clock Tower, thank God. But so this is going to be another dead end. Okay. For the sake of speeding this up, let's just run. We can take a little breather. That's right. Nightmare on Elm Street was a four-player game. I'm seeing that in the chat. I vaguely remember that. I don't think I played it because up until a certain point in my life, I was a complete coward about anything remotely scary. So playing games like this now is a little bit of therapy for me because it's like I never should have been afraid of this stuff. It's actually pretty fun. Okay, so I got a question in the chat room. Will we be making videos for the Retronauts YouTube channel? We are. We're obligated to for our Kickstarter, and I think I'm going to be pushing a lot of these Twitch streams to our Retronauts YouTube channel. Right now, I think we have three videos we're obligated to make, and then we also have the DVD. I'm not sure if we're putting that content on the YouTube channel or not. I don't think so because I think it is Kickstarter only stuff. But yeah, we're going to be doing a little more of that. It just we've all had different things going on in our lives, and we're trying to do what we can. But I think the important thing is that we're getting the podcast out there, and we haven't missed a week yet, which is great. So yeah, this is one problem with the game. I can't go in this room for some reason. All right. I find a lot of these hallways are pretty damn identical, and they link up in ways that don't make a lot of sense. So maybe that's the point. It's a supernatural house. We've seen Jennifer get strangled by something coming out of a mirror. Um, an evil bird, although I have an evil bird, and he's not really supernatural. Okie doke. So let's try this one. So this seems right to me for some reason. There's a cage on the floor. I have a cage key. I don't know why I'd want to open that cage at all. Um, it could be my bird friend from earlier. Who knows? So it looks like Grim Santo has played this before, which will be helpful because I have not. Well, I mean, I played it earlier this week, but not through the entire game, obviously. So there's a bird, I hope. Okay, well. Bird metaphors aside, let's look in the cage. Empty. What was the point of that, I ask you? Well, Grim Santo, maybe you can give me a hand with some of these puzzles to make to make watching this a little less tedious. It is a fun game, but I can't imagine watching it is the most exciting thing. Watching a girl slowly walk from one side of the screen to another, occasionally running. I'm going to assume that bird... Okay, so I guess rescuing the bird was vital to some sort of ending, which It's not being communicated very well, but it is an adventure game from the 90s, so what are you going to do? Okay, I guess I'll run a little more than usual just to, like I said, make the slow walking a little more bearable. You can see it's taking its toll on Jennifer a little bit, but there's always a chance to catch your breath. If you stop walking, I think hit one of the buttons, she will take a knee, as it were, and regain her health. I'm not going to go in here. A toilet-free bathroom. I've got a question in the chat. No, this game is not compatible with the SNES mouse, which is surprising, but I imagine that would take extra work that only maybe 100 people would appreciate, so it wasn't really worth the time. It would have been nice, though, you know. Okay, piano room. I'm being asked if I found the corpse behind the wall. I did not. I know where that is. I just don't have anything to do. I can't actually remove the paint or whatever is blocking it. So, one thing at a time, basically. But for now, I'm gonna just rest for a minute in real time. I imagine coding in mouse support would take some time. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's obviously it takes time and money to do extra work for a game, and I don't believe Human was a very big company to begin with, so yeah, I don't see why it's too crazy that they never thought of that. Okay, only junk. I believe I've been in here before, but something is telling me there's something else. I'm being told in the chat to check the drapes, but I can't actually highlight the drapes, so you could be thinking of a different room. Okay, onwards, I guess, to wherever Jennifer is going next. I think this is the end of the hallway. There's no indication of that, but she won't go any further. So, and yeah, I'm seeing in the chat that people are talking about SOS, another game made by Human. I believe it's adventure-y without the horror. Go upstairs, okay. So as of now, Grim Santo is going to be our guide, which I appreciate because there's a lot of nothing happening right now, and I imagine that is to build the tension for the player at home. But I've got an audience, so I don't have the luxury of quiet walking in a silent house. So yeah, there's obviously something blocking the wall here. Um, I can't. I don't know how to access it yet. I don't have an item for that. I imagine you need some sort of solvent, some sort of turpentine-like substance to dissolve that. I have not seen the game Center CX version of this, and I want to now. Someone brought it up last week. So we did this already. We knocked this down. I forget why. I just know we hit it with a stick. I believe there's nothing here for us. I believe we did go inside and trigger the event. I'm gonna go back in and see just to make sure, but I don't know why I wouldn't have gone in this room after. Yeah, I remember this. I believe we ran into a strange character here. And there's really nothing else in this room. And there's no option to open the door, so let's just go back out this way. I may just keep going through the second floor. There's a few places I still need to revisit that I haven't been back to in a while, and I do have some new items. I at least have one thing I didn't have before, the black rope and oh sorry, the black robe and the rope. So maybe those will come in handy at some point. Yeah, I figured the robe would come in handy for a later puzzle. It's very strange. I mean, this is typical adventure game logic. It's very strange the things that she will and won't pick up. There are many things that in the background that seem like, hey, it'd be a good idea to have that just for defense or just to so it's something I need to dig with, something I need to use to break other things with. Again, another one of these bad boys. Turn around, Jennifer. Yes, Grim Santo, I did get the perfume. I believe that was one of the first things I got in this game. One of the first items. Okay, another room check. I feel like I'm like the headmaster at a dorm or something. Okay, this room we had a little encounter with Scissor Man last time. It took a long time to get past because there was a struggle, and I didn't know what the struggle button was. Had to find it. But I don't think there's anything in this room, and I know the door in the background is actually it's actually a door further down the hallway. It doesn't lead behind the room like you would imagine, which is strange. And there's nothing I can burn really. So Grim Santa wants to know if I fought the evil doll. I don't remember actually. You think that'd be something that I'd remember, fighting an evil doll, but I think it happened. I want to say I think it did. Yeah, let me just double check this. I believe this is the door in the background of the last room. Oh, no, it's not. And this is probably the evil doll thing you were talking about, Grim Santo. I believe this happened in our last adventure. I didn't. Oh, the doll's right here. So I guess something needs to happen with this doll for us to progress. I don't really have a lot of. I can try hanging the doll. Click under the clown. Okay. Under the clown. Well, that's pretty lame. Look at this. Hiding your hotspots. Classic adventure game design. Well, I'll be damned. I did save my game for a reason, people. And it's because Jennifer just stares and dumbstruck at this creepy doll that's floating around. She can't move, she won't move. Well, she's moving now. It's making her flash. The door will not open, okay. Maybe you can find her, have her buddy Clown. No, nope. And Jennifer is dead, presumably? Okay. That did not work. I guess gentle waltz music and floating objects equal instant death. Let's just reload. I'm seeing in the chat it says get ready to use the action event. Oh, okay, the action button. Is that X? Okay, okay. I guess it wasn't X. Maybe if someone can look up the default for that button for me, like on GameFAQs. It's the one thing I should have done before this. That is, fight the good fight. Finish the fight against evil dolls. Alright. I am using an SNES controller. Everything's mapped to where it should be. The B button. Okay, got it. That makes more sense. So... Oh, good, cool. I guess this is like the implicit QuickTime event of this game. It doesn't actually tell you what button to hit or when to do it, but I certainly did it. Okay, cool. Well, thank you to Grim Santo again for helping me out. And we're going to continue on. So right now we have something called the ceremony key. Presumably opens the door to a place where ceremonies take place. Presumably evil ceremonies. We've been here. So, Grim Santo, you could tell me maybe if I'm on my way towards the right direction. You're telling me go back to the main area. I feel like this is you're my whenever a plane's about to crash, you call the tower and they tell you how to land it. That's basically your role in this right now. Double check the piano room. Okay, I forget where the piano room is. I think this is the right hallway though. I remember a red hallway. Now we're in a green hallway. Oh, this is new. I think it's new. This is creepy as hell, so let's just save the game. It's very strange that a room full of creepy mannequins has nothing worth commenting on, except for that. Whatever's happening right there. Not cool. Yeah, the colors they used in this game are very interesting. They actually look a lot like the movie. This is sort of based on loosely, obviously without permission. And I went back and I checked, and this is sort of a mix of scenes between Suspiria and Phenomena. The initial introduction of Scissorman with the body crashing through the stained glass window is right from Suspiria. Oh wait, piano room, eh? Well, I think it's this way. Yeah, I do really enjoy the sprite work. There's a lot of detail put into it. Obviously, there aren't a lot of characters, so they can spend more time on, fleshing out all of their animations. Yeah, there's no monkey in this game. I believe there's an evil monkey in Phenomena. I only watched half of it, and it was a while ago. I do plan on going back. I did download it. Some of his movies are good. Some are pretty terrible. Okay, he was a good monkey. Spoilers. I don't need to know about monkey heroes yet. Okay, so this is a familiar hallway. I do recall the door that cannot be clicked on. Ah! Okie doke. Crow corpse. So obviously not worth picking up at all, Jennifer. Not at all. I also just rewatched House of the Devil, and that's on Netflix. It actually reminds me a bit of this. I've got a question in the chat. It says, "Have you ever tried the PS1 version?" I haven't. I watched the beginning of a Let's Play of it. It seemed extremely similar to this, with worse graphics, obviously, as weird as that sounds, but really crude 3D graphics. I do want to try it because I love the terrible voice acting, and I want to see if they made any improvements. And I know it actually is a direct sequel to this game, which is strange because we never got this game. Okay, we're almost where we need to be. So it feels like I let that crow out only to be murdered. I feel kind of bad about that. So Grim Santo was saying there was a port of this game to the PSX. Was it a direct port? Did they change anything? I know Clock Tower 2 is our Clock Tower 1, and it's a direct sequel to this game. Oh, okay. So yes, the voice acting in Clock Tower for the PS1 is pretty bad. I wouldn't say it's Resident Evil bad, but it's still like we can get away with this sort of bad that we don't really have to pay people enough to get good acting bad. Okay, cool. Thanks for the info. I have to check that out then. Apparently there's a PS1 port of this game and it adds a little bit of content. I would hope it would add a little more music. I mean, as effective as this is to creating a stressful, tense atmosphere, you do spend a lot of this game not really hearing much of anything but footsteps. Okay, back where I was. I thought the piano room was on this floor, but I guess I am incorrect. Oh, what do you know? And there's a new. Oh, Jennifer does not want to talk about stools. So Grim Santo was asking me to come back here. I'm humoring you just to make sure I don't miss anything. Hey, it's a new person in the room, and it's Voidburger. Some of you people might know her. She does a lot of great Silent Hill Let's Plays. Welcome, Voidburger. Unless it's an imposter. So it looks like your lead was not gonna happen, Grim Santo. Oh yeah. So I'm getting a suggestion that for next Halloween I play the Alone in the Dark games. I've watched Let's Plays of them and they seem like uh, not my cup of tea, at least as far as trying to entertain an audience without getting extremely frustrated. But I know that the first Alone in the Dark you can beat that in maybe 20 minutes if you know what you're doing. And I've been watching a new not Clock Tower, but Alone in the Dark 2 Let's Play, and that game has an astounding amount of combat for just how poorly the combat is done. I believe the original designer was not behind any of the sequels, so we're back to this area here, and I need a way to get to this door behind this, but as of now, I just need to go back to the rooms I still need to revisit with some new items. Back here again? Yeah, I apologize if I have the short-term memory of a goldfish, but this game does not really indicate well where you've been, where you need to go, um, how rooms are different from each other. I guess it's really the color of the hallways that matters. So if you're just joining us, it's entirely possible you're just joining us. This is the top speed of our pal Jennifer. Going any faster makes her extremely tired, and if you see by her status window, she looks totally, I don't know, not that great, just because we've been running from left to right a lot, and she can't take a lot of that. Backstory, some sort of asthma, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like adventure games of this sort, there's a lot of padding, and most of that padding is just getting needlessly lost because when you make an adventure game, they're so resource intensive that you don't want the player to blow through them in like 3 hours, which I assume that this game is as long as your typical adventure game. So thankfully, with this game, when you die, you restart like right where you left off. I don't think there's a way to kill yourself or screw yourself out of any sort of ending or screw yourself out of winning the game. Period. But yeah. Oh yeah, and Voidburger is pointing out that she's obviously Jennifer Connelly. This movie is secretly based on a Dario Argento movie called Phenomena that stars Jennifer Connelly. Yeah. I guess Human Entertainment is glad that he didn't find out about that. So I'm just gonna take a rest here. She will fall to the ground any second now. There we go. This is how you regain health and or energy or stamina, whatever you want to call it, in Clock Tower. And we're back. Yeah, actually, if you look on YouTube, there are several videos comparing the events in this game and the movie Phenomena. And it's more like he took the most iconic scenes from the movie. It's not so much that he stole the plot wholesale. It's still like a girl trapped in a new house that she's not familiar with and coping with all the supernatural horrors around her. But this game, it's not a boarding house. She's been adopted. There's a few differences like that. I don't believe there's a man with giant scissors running around in Phenomena. Oh yeah, Jennifer Connelly's trademark eyebrows make an appearance in this game. And I'm not opposed to her eyebrows. I think they really make a statement. I find lack of eyebrows kind of appalling and scary at the same time. No, no, not that way. Okay, so Grim Santo has played this game before, and he is my guide slightly. I was guideless in my first chapter of this, the first chapter of this playthrough, and I did okay. I think I had 8 deaths. I'm not an eyebrowist. I feel people should groom their eyebrows in any way they feel necessary, but I say there's no need to shave them all off people. Okay, I really love puzzles like this. So, apparently the item was right in front of us this entire time, but our character did not have that knowledge, so we have to go back to where that area was. Apparently, this statue was holding idol the entire time. We just didn't know it until we read about it in a random book in the house, which is totally an adventure game puzzle. What are you going to do? I mean, in a way it makes sense because I don't know, it really doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to justify it in a game design sense. It's your character did not have that knowledge. Although if she sees an I don't know, I'm not going to defend it. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the font in this game is way cool, and it was actually this is a fan translation. This didn't come out here, and I believe Aeon Genesis is the translation company who did this. I'm not sure what font they used, if it was a homemade font, but they always do really good work. Or I think it's just one guy who does all the work, really. So we're back to Statue Town, USA, and we know a statue is holding an idol. It's not apparent on the. Oh, okay. Hidden in the statue's bosom. I feel like picking up a demon idol at least deserves some sort of creepy music. So, Graham Santo, do we go back to the ritual room or ceremony room or whatever? Okay. By main hall, do you mean go downstairs? Actually, Voidburger, we got Clock Tower 2. It was called Clock Tower 1 here, but apparently they remade this game for the PlayStation. I believe that didn't come out here either, but so this game exists in two forms. Oh god. There would be a WonderSwan version. You could be kidding, you could be telling the truth. There's two games called Clock Tower 2. Well, not really. I mean, there is a Clock Tower 2, but in America it's called Clock Tower, and Japan has a Clock Tower too. I'm sorry, Japan has a Clock Tower 2. For us, it's called Clock Tower, and our Clock Tower 2 is their Clock Tower 3. Getting into these weird American Japanese numbering things is never fun. Oh, go left. Got it. Yeah, like I don't know where I am in relation to anything else in the house at this point. It's all viewed from this weird like proscenium staging, as if you're like watching it from a theater seat. Okay. I believe there are two different wings of the house with a courtyard in the center, if I am correct. And someone is linking to something that's clock tower related that says ws1.png. Are you seriously telling me there is a WonderSwan version? I can't click on that now, but I'm too terrified. Cool, thanks for the link. I'll check that out later. Okay, so I guess there is a WonderSwan version. This could be an elaborate Halloween prank on me, but I'll believe anything at this point. WonderSwan related. So right now, everyone in the chat is freaking out about the WonderSwan version of this game, and rightfully so. I imagine it is not all that great. So I'm going through several burgundy hallways. What would you call this color? Purple. I feel like it is a different shade of purple. Yeah, closer to plum. The game has gotten so exciting, we're now debating which shade of purple the walls are. It's a classic sign of any classic game. Oh. Oh, so there was a PC version in Japan. I'm learning so much about Clock Tower. So Grim Santo is telling me to go through this door. Okay. That's what I don't like about this game, the house design. There's no way to tell you whether a door will link you to a room or a hallway. I feel it should have been more consistent. That could be, again, excusing the bad game design. It could be just a way to confuse the player on purpose, which is okay if you're going to do it in an intelligent way, but no. And I guess only a few days have passed since I played this before. Oop, there we go. So we're back in the main hallway. I do remember this. I think this is where the first murder happened earlier in the game. Yep, it is. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Voidburger. I always like your stuff, so thanks for checking out mine. I apologize for the slow, tedious walking in this game. And I guess I am, oh, that's right, there's nothing that way. At this point, I'd really appreciate an NPC, a breaking window, anything, spooky paintings. How about this door? What do you guys think? Keep walking, I'm told. Okay. And I assume, I think one of these doors was locked earlier. Yes. Well, that's normal. Okay, so I assume I have to move the shelf. And I assume something terrible is going to chase me after this. It feels right. Okay. I find it annoying that they let you click on things that obviously are not going to be commented upon or even interacted with. It just feels like red herrings. I don't know. No comment on the chair. Alright, fine. Time will cause adherence. Again, we've heard that before. Okay, so now we're actually hearing about the fabled clock tower of Clock Tower finally after 3 hours. I mean, we saw it in the original, and sorry, in the intro to the game, but I find it also odd. There's no. She's indicating that some of the mural is hidden, but there's no way to move this bookcase. Hmm. I'm just going to assume that maybe finding that triggered something else that I can investigate further down the road, so let's just get out of here. This is one of those games where it's like, okay, I did something and it changed something else in a way that I will never know until I find that thing. So, if that description made any sense to you, hopefully it did. Okay, so Grim Santos telling me to go back to the room with the star on the floor. Hopefully I remember where that is. I know I go down the stairs, I continue moving to the right, and that's about it. Oh, go in the door, eh? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how this house is laid out. It's driving me crazy. I assume this is a shortcut. Okay. Yeah, there's an east wing and a west wing. Got it. Bobby Smithy wants to know, how do I find good Let's Plays? I am part of the Something Awful forums, and they have the best Let's Plays. It's $10 to sign up, unfortunately, but that will give you a lifetime of fun and joy. I guess I go to the right now. Go downstairs. I assume if I keep going this way, I'll be able to go downstairs. Is that true? Yes, lparchive.org. Thank you for putting that in the chat room. Jebwrench. I think most of those are from Something Awful. They originated there on the forums. All right, I'm gonna go down these stairs, Grimsanto. Actually, let's let Jennifer rest. It's been a rough run through all 100 feet of that hallway. And no problem, Turbo Pub X16. I really enjoy this game. As slow and tedious as it can be, I really want to see what happens actually because there's been so little plot, and we the player are just we basically know as much as Jennifer does about what's happening around her. So I think orange is as good as we're gonna get for now. And I'm gonna go downstairs. It's really funny how something about this house, I immediately forget what is behind doors as soon as I leave them. Have I ever finished Clock Tower? I have not. This is actually my first, well, really second time I played it, but haven't finished it yet. Oop, turn around. Grimsanto, am I to go through the door on the far left of this screen? Oops. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm relying on our buddy Grimsanto too much, but everything looks the same. It's the bathroom, I think? No, I'm wrong. Keep going. Yes, Bobby Smithy, it does look the same. I really think this game is meant to be played with the player actually drawing a map. Uh, that doesn't seem too crazy I mean, especially of the time, it wasn't too out of the question. I mean, map making in video games is really more of an 80s thing, really more of an 8-bit thing, but yes, all the characters are supposed to be orphans who have been adopted by this creepy family. There we go. Okay, so okay, I already forgot what I'm supposed to do in this room. Although I do have a statue now. Crow corpse, don't need that. Okay, I put the statue there. Makes sense. There really aren't a lot of puzzles in this game, actually. It's more about exploration. And actually, there's not a lot of running from Scissor Man. Maybe I just got lucky. I'm not sure what determines whether he's around. It just feels really event-based to me. I don't feel like he's a constant presence. I feel like he is. He shows up when the game tells him to show up, and that's in prescribed circumstances. Yeah, I mean, the game is not on a grid. You just have to kind of draw, like, boxes, I guess. Like, yeah, the map would be just a line going from left to right. You need a long roll of paper for that. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. So there's unbearable moaning happening from this side of the screen, which is, in my opinion, not worth investigating, but... Ah. So I assume, and I'm not reading the chat room because I know our buddy Grim Santa's going to let me know, but I assume we're going to put on the robe and the perfume to pose as Miss Mary. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't actually map out the house as if it were a real house. I just map out the like as if you'd see this game in a strategy guide, just like screenshot by screenshot. Not literally. I just like draw the boxes out, but that's not fun to watch. Can Jennifer wear this? I guess we have to wait. Something's there. I don't see it. Okay. All right. One sec. I think I have to do this. No, Jennifer, no, no, please, come back. I didn't want you to go there. Okay, that was a mistake, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I guess I have to trigger something before I can actually put the robe on. Jennifer is not looking too good in that portrait, guys. Yeah, I figured Grim Santa there'd be some sort of arbitrary rule about when I could and couldn't put the robe on, which is stupid, but adventure game, that's just what happens. I mean, I like me the player, I saw, the visual clue that people in robes can walk by the dog totally fine. I can say, I have a robe, I'll put it on, but I guess I have to wait for the game to make sure that I have done something first to understand the whole robe phenomena. Oh, okay, maybe now I can do robe time. Ah, see now Jennifer has become selectable. Very cool. Yeah, it is very reminiscent of a Sierra Adventure game, and I imagine the guys at Human are probably fans of them. I'm not sure how many of those got translated, but I know Mystery House was big in Japan, and that was one of the first big adventure games. Big, if you can call it big. Dogs come a running to the smooth, clean flavor of perfume. I did, yeah. I became Bob and Threadbare. Oh, my robe melted. Sorry, guys. Now, really, if I were Jennifer, I would leave that robe on. It seems like disguising yourself is more important than for just tricking a dog. That's just me, though. I mean, I assume there are robed people down here that are just as dangerous as a sleeping dog. I'm gonna get a little bit of health back if I can. So Grim Santo is telling me, don't go into that door. And I will not. There was only one set of footprints in the sand, and that's because Grim Santo was carrying me. No, guys, ham will give you the quick energy you need to escape from angry dogs. You don't feed them to the dogs. Really, Scissorman is not that much of a factor in this game. I probably spent maybe, I'd say, sorry about breathing into the mic there, maybe 20 minutes total running from him out of a little bit over 3 hours now. And I guess there's nothing for me to do here. I don't have any items. Oh well. So yeah, I'm actually interested in playing Clock Tower for the PlayStation, and I might start doing a few of those streaming. I have an emulator for the PlayStation I've been using forever, and I'm sure I could find the games pretty easily. So that could be our next stream, playing the sequel to this and watching horrible polygons try to talk to one another. Yeah, I assume that. Oh God, are we dealing with a maze here? Please tell me we're not. Anyhow, yeah, I assume Scissor Man is not dead. It's a horror movie. The villain is not dead until you see the body, and even then, it could still be alive. So Sergio is telling me to play I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That game seems pretty tough. And I have watched a Let's Play of it, so I'm aware of what it does, but it's also kind of a downer. I know that's what it's going for, but apparently I'm very close to the ending. Hopefully I'll get a good one. I mean, we saw the one really bad ending where Jennifer just says, "Screw my friends, I'm getting out of here." Somehow ends up back at the house later, dead. We don't know how. And I know basically the point of this game is, well, I mean, I guess the meta game is to get all of the endings because there is a special like ending checklist in the option screen before you start, which is cool. I like that idea. I like that's like obviously some will be happier than others, but kerosene, okay. So I'm being asked, is Laura necessary for a good ending? I believe Laura was the dead body in the suit of armor, I believe. I don't know how you can rescue your friends. Maybe time is a factor in this game. There's some timer you don't see that's constantly ticking away. Okay, apparently I can only save one friend, and I guess that is not a random factor. Okay, well I didn't know I could go that way, but thank you, Jennifer, for letting me know. I know Lot is still alive. At least I think the last time I saw, I believe Lot is a woman. I mean, the sprite work was kind of funky. I couldn't tell. Okay, she is. Yeah, I knew that was a woman's name, but um, ah, weirdly enough, I can't get the pointer to go below this area here. But I guess I will click on the one thing that I can possibly click on. So hopefully we'll figure out what the hell's been going on in this game. It's been a constant mystery, and there's been not a lot of context clues or even like what you would call lore. Okay, that's bad. What the hell? Well, I'd run away from that too. Okay, out of everything I was expecting from Clock Tower, I was really not expecting this at all. Strange baby man. Right now I'm not controlling Jennifer, just so you know. I'm... I guess I am now. Oh, I guess I'm not. Okay, well I assume that I have to feed the baby man kerosene, or, oh. Okay, I have to actually do a quick time event. No, baby man, please, no! Okay, well that was bad. Alright, well... Don't let that happen to you, I guess. Now, if you have a giant deformed baby man in your house, maybe you shouldn't keep him behind a giant, extravagant curtain. People are going to want to pull that curtain apart, and they're going to see your giant baby man, and that is not good for anyone. So, the QuickTime events, if you can call them that, and I will, are kind of bad in this game. I'm going to save when I get to that one little section. The game doesn't really make it clear when you're supposed to hit the button, and I was sort of jamming the living hell out of it. So, yeah. I gotta say, Baby Man looks really cool in a horrible, grotesque body horror sort of way. But I don't know what Baby Man has to do with Scissor Man. Maybe that's his, like, his alter ego? He gets in a hideous baby costume and, Alright, I am totally running up this hill, hitting the action button as fast as I can. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're good. I think we're gonna do this. Alright, yes. Oh, ooh. Wow. He turned into a Super Nintendo effect. Wow, that's one way to kill a baby. Disclaimer, do not kill a baby with fire. Alright, I'm gonna save. This game is getting a little creepy and weird. I know I killed a baby. The game made me do it. Okay, maybe now that I understand why this game never came over here. I think I see why now. Now we're given a traditional Metroid escape sequence. And I'm being told to press 3 because you want to get away from whatever the hell's happening in this creepy basement. And apparently, I hear my good buddy Scissor Man. He's back. And, I'm not ready for this shit. Okay, Jennifer, now'd be a good time to start running. I did not tell her to do that. I don't know what she's doing. Alrighty. Okay, that worked. Well, that was pretty easy, guys. I made it to the clock tower. Hooray, we're here. Oh, good grief. Wow. Jennifer's just racking up the kills. Just walking away like nothing happened. I have to say the death of Scissor Man could have been better. I'm not sure what happened. Apparently he's afraid of the sound of gears turning. So I guess we made it. Again, there's so little music in this game, but what music there is actually pretty good. I like the main theme a lot. And a new day is dawning for Jennifer. Wow. So that was a clock tower. I am content with this ending. It doesn't tell me anything about what happened. I'm sorry, a lot of mic blowing into the mic here. Is there a way to know what is even happening in this game? I assume the other endings tell you more, but I think I'm gonna walk away from Clock Tower for this. I think I'm content with whatever the hell just happened. I believe Jennifer's gonna have a long story to tell the police after this, though. I mean, she did kill 2 monsters, but she also killed a human woman, evidence of foul play, etc. And I'm being asked, how do I feel about this game? This game is, I would say, play it. I know you watched me play through it already. You will have the benefit of having a speed up button if you use an emulator. I didn't just for the sake of making this at least I don't know, I feel like using the fast forward button throughout this game would be pretty jarring, you know, at least if people that are watching at home anyways, but yeah, I liked it. I mean, there aren't a lot of puzzles and a lot of the puzzles are pretty I don't know, obtuse, but there's a lot of atmosphere. I like the sprite work, I like the music when you hear it, and there just aren't really a lot of Super Nintendo games that are like this. So I would say, yeah, go for it. Try to get some of the endings I didn't get. I know there are maybe 6 or 7 total. I got the worst ending, and then I got the second to best ending. I don't know. Can anyone tell me what the S rank ending is like? Because this one seems pretty good. I mean, I assume S rank Jennifer has like a jetpack and she flies off to Luxembourg or something like that. Yes, I did get the car ending. I got the you escaped in the car and then you ended up dead ending. Grim Santo, can you let me know, like, how was the better ending better than this? What, anything new added to it? Okay, so the birds end up helping you, I guess. And you save a friend. Okay. Yeah, I think the movie Phenomena is about a woman with, like, a deformed monster child or something like that, which is what this game is picking up, you know, that plot point at least. Directed by Hifumi Kono. Yeah, actually, we're gonna visit the ending screen really quick. So obviously, like, I guess we could put together the fact that uh, the creepy family in this house had 2 children. One was Scissor Man, one was Baby Man. I'm gonna call him that. And I guess they apparently need little girls or young women to uh, do something. And the dude in the cage is the father. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So before I go for the night, let's check out the ending list. Oh, we have B. You know what? I saved the game. I quick saved the game before I got the car ending, so it's not saved here, but I believe that was ending F. But they actually don't tell you, again, it could be better. They don't tell you what the endings actually are, or, my bad. They don't tell you what the endings are, or, how you got them, or whatever. And the doctor helped out with the birth with Jessica's father. Okay. Yeah, I guess you could probably like read a Wikipedia about this. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to reboot this, but it's pretty much going on autopilot at this point. You can watch. Let's watch this again. Well, not in slow motion because we can't do that. But what exactly happened here? I don't know. He hates clocks. There's mortal enemy. The mere idea that one would start up in his presence is just disgusting. He had to take his own life. Yeah, I'm not sure how the clock tower is essential to all of this. It is the name of the game, but really has little to do with anything. Maybe the blood of young women oils the gears or something, I don't know. We're gonna see this again, because why not? So yeah, time will cause adherence. So, I see. Adherence to what? I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's it for this live stream. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll make sure to announce the next one. It might be the PlayStation 1 sequel to this. That'd be awesome, I think. I want to play more Clock Tower. It's a fun game with some problems, and there's some goofiness in it that's fun to play along with people watching. And I guess I will leave you for the next few minutes with this totally badass ending of Jennifer in the Rain. So for Retronauts, this is Bob saying thanks a lot, happy Halloween, and maybe check our Retronauts Twitter tomorrow. I might be doing a Halloween live stream with a bunch of 8-bit horror-themed games. So that could happen, it could not. Just check our Twitter, I'll let you know. And yeah, have a good night, everybody.